Hey, so we're just coming from one of our projects. We had a two-family that was coming up on being finished, and I went to go see the guy who was supposed to finish it. And we had an agreed-upon price, right? The contract amount was $9,000 to bring the project to completion, and so according to the guy, we're going to be all done this week. There's some questions about the quality of the workmanship, but that's an opinion-based thing, right? So sometimes guys think one thing's acceptable, sometimes another. But let me tell you what's not acceptable. So I'm looking around the house, and I open up one of the closet doors, and there's a hole in the wall, like plaster had been bashed out. And I said, "Hey man, what are we gonna do with this?" And he goes, he said, "Well, the HVAC guy did that hole." I go, "Okay. So what are we doing with it?" He's like, "What do you mean? We're not doing anything." "What do you mean we're not doing anything? We can't leave a hole in it, and you're paid to bring it to completion." I'm like, "Could we slam a piece of plywood up over it?" It's really not my problem. So let's take a look. We're gonna put a picture right here. Yeah. So and I'm like, "Hey, and you weren't even gonna tell me about this. Like, forget the fact that you were like, 'Hey, I want more money.' You weren't even going to mention that there was a hole in the wall to me. You were just going to let me move tenants in and then find out from them that there was a hole in the wall." And so I did the only thing you could do in that situation is I fired the guy. And then I hired somebody else. So we fired a guy, and it's been about an hour now, and I just hired a new guy, and they'll be starting work in about an hour. So here's the lesson. When you get somebody who, like when you're dealing with a contractor and there's a question about some of their quality is something you can discuss, because that's like a training issue, right? There's like, "Hey, this isn't acceptable. Let's do it again. Let's make it a little better. And then let's talk about what is acceptable." That's a conversation. And that's something that you can train on. What you can't train on is just respect, right? You can't train somebody to care. And when you find somebody that doesn't care about you and doesn't care about your projects, the only thing to do is to fire them. So that's what you do. You just fire the guy. So that's what we did. You fire him, you get off the property, and you get a new guy in there. There's a rule in business: hire slow and fire fast. When you've got the wrong guy doing the wrong thing, just get him out. Fire fast. That's a business policy. And the time that you lose with somebody who doesn't care about your projects and doesn't care about what's going on, it's not worth it. Whatever money you're going to lose, just lose it and skip to the end. Pay him what's owed, and then move on. So that's the advice for today. Fire fast, even though it's painful. This is Chris Anderson, BlackberryRidgeDevelopment. Have a great day.